We've come a long way from punch cards and keyboards. Today, we swipe, tap, and talk to our devices. But the future of human-computer interaction is heading somewhere even more extraordinary, straight from our minds. In this video, we'll explore how our relationship with technology has evolved, from physical input to voice control, augmented reality, and now, brain-computer interfaces. As machines become more intuitive and integrated into our lives, the line between human and digital continues to blur. So what happens when thought becomes the new interface? Let's dive into the next chapter of how we connect with technology. Today we will talk about the evolution of human-computer interaction, from touch to thought. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. The early days, keyboards, commands, and the rise of the personal computer. The earliest form of human-computer interaction was anything but user-friendly. In the mid-20th century, computers were massive machines that only trained specialists could operate. Interaction required typing complex code onto punch cards, which were then fed into the computer for processing. Feedback came in the form of printed output hours later. There was no screen, no interface as we know it. It was slow, clunky, and limited to researchers and engineers. Then came the command line interface, which allowed users to type instructions directly into a computer. It was a major step forward, but still required technical knowledge. The average person couldn't walk up to a computer and figure out how to use it. The real breakthrough came with the graphical user interface, or GUI. This is the familiar window-based system introduced by companies like Xerox, Apple, and later Microsoft. Suddenly, interaction wasn't just text and code. It was visual. Icons, folders, and a desktop metaphor made computers understandable. And the mouse, an invention that seemed so simple, revolutionized computing. You could point and click. You didn't need to know commands. You just needed to know what you wanted to do. The personal computer era had officially begun. Touch takes over, smartphones, and the new interface revolution. Fast forward to the early 2000s, and the world saw another seismic shift in HCI, the rise of touch. While touchscreens existed earlier, they were clunky, slow, and limited. But when Apple released the first iPhone in 2007, everything changed. It wasn't just the phone, it was the interface. Touch became the most natural, direct, and engaging way to interact with technology. We began to swipe, tap, and pinch our way through the digital world. Touch screens replaced physical buttons on phones, ATMs, vending machines, and even laptops. The idea of a tactile interface, your fingers directly manipulating digital content, felt magical. This shift also changed the way software was designed. Apps became more visual, more intuitive, and more focused on user experience. Touch became the language of modern interaction, and soon even children could intuitively navigate devices without being taught. Tablets and smartphones didn't just add convenience, they redefined what it meant to interact with a machine. The voice revolution, speaking in machines. As powerful as touch was, the next frontier in human-computer interaction was voice. Instead of navigating interfaces manually, what if you could just talk to your device like a person? Voice assistants like Apple's Siri, Amazon's Alexa, and Google Assistant ushered in this era. Suddenly, you could ask a machine to play music, check the weather, or control your home, all without touching anything. Voice interaction brought a new level of accessibility. It allowed users with disabilities to interact with technology more easily. It also introduced a hands-free convenience that changed how we use tech. While cooking, voice interfaces also brought challenges. Understanding accents, handling background noise, and interpreting natural language proved difficult. But AI continued to improve, and today's voice assistants are smarter and more responsive than ever. Voice interaction blurred the lines between human and machine communication, bringing us one step closer to truly intelligent companions. Gesture and motion, a more physical connection. Another key development in HCI has been the use of gestures and motion. Devices like Microsoft's Kinect, Nintendo's Wii, and VR systems like Oculus introduced new ways to control technology using body movements. These interfaces extended our interaction space into 3 dimensions. You could wave your hand to change a slide, tilt your head to navigate a menu, or physically move to control a game character. This form of interaction felt more immersive and aligned with natural human behavior. In industrial settings, gesture control is now being used to operate machines in sterile environments, like surgical rooms or clean factories. In gaming and entertainment, motion tracking creates more realistic experiences that blur the boundaries between physical and digital. While not as universally adopted as touch or voice, gesture-based interfaces continue to play a growing role, especially in augmented and virtual reality. Brain-computer interfaces. The thought era begins. Perhaps the most groundbreaking leap in HCI is the development of brain-computer interfaces, or PCIs. These devices allow users to control technology using their brain signals, essentially turning thoughts into commands. What once seemed like science fiction is quickly becoming a reality. Companies like Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk, are developing implants that read neural activity and translate it into computer inputs. Meanwhile, non-invasive devices using EEG electroencephalography are making it possible to control cursors, type messages, and even play games using only brain waves. The implications of this are massive. For individuals with paralysis or neurological disorders, BCIs could offer a lifeline, a way to communicate, work, and regain autonomy. For the broader public, they represent a future where our thoughts could seamlessly control devices, perhaps eliminating the need for physical interfaces entirely. We're not quite there yet. Challenges remain, including accuracy, safety, and ethical concerns. But the momentum is clear. We are entering an era where the barrier between human intention and machine action is vanishing. The future of interaction, merging mind, machine, and environment. Looking forward, the evolution of human-computer interaction will be defined not by a single technology, but by integration. Touch, voice, gesture, and thought will work together, creating multimodal interfaces that adapt to context, user preference, and environment. Imagine walking into your home and your lights, thermostat, and music adjust to your mood, sensed through biometric feedback and behavior. Imagine cars that don't just respond to your voice, but anticipate your needs based on your stress level and driving habits. Imagine working on a holographic display that responds to your gestures, voice, and even your focus of attention. This is not science fiction. It's the direction we're heading, thanks to the convergence of AI, IoT, neuroscience, and advanced sensors. The future of interaction is ambient, personalized, and intuitive. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.